Let's play time. Come on, grab your friends. We'll go to very distant lands with pick in hand and mobs to kill. The fun will never end. It's Let's Play Time. Hello everyone, my name is Silver Contrail, and today we are playing episode 22? Episode 22? No, episode 23! We're on episode 23 of Adventure Time Craft, so making good progress, getting some episodes out there, doing a lot of that recently, so that's good to know. So the last two episodes we've been building up this nether hub, and in the last episode I finally got the minecart station together, and I went ahead and made it look a little bit nicer. So I added the stone slabs all the way down this tunnel, which will go down in a minute, and it looks really nice. These destinations are programmed, but they go nowhere right now. They will eventually. And if we look back on our destination board, we can see we've got two blank destinations and then a third destination called the End. And as you can imagine, that leads to the Ender portal, or the portal to the End, where we fought the Ender Dragon back all the way in, what was it, like episode 15? Somewhere in there. So let's take a minecart ride, I guess, and we'll head to the End. Of course, our track selection junction works fine. This was all fun to dig out. Thankfully, I've got an efficiency 4 pick with Unbreaking 3 on it, and I just kind of churn through it. You can actually like sprint down these hallways, just breaking blocks, and that's pretty cool. I don't have very many of them left, though, so I'm kind of worried about that. But I haven't seen any mobs spawn in here either. I know they can't spawn on the half slabs, but I'm kind of surprised they haven't spawned on the rails. And that is about as far as my railway goes. I haven't made a receiving platform here, an arrival platform, which is what we need to make, actually. Now, I talked about this in the last episode, that Seth Bling has a really cool flat minecart station that you can use. I was originally going to use that, and it was going to be fine, and I was going to have no problems using it. That has changed after I did some testing, and I decided I didn't like the system. And the main reason was because the way you dispense minecarts with it is by stepping on a pressure plate. Now, pressure plates are fine. The problem I have with pressure plates is that pigmen can walk on them. Now, I could set up some, I think so, like maybe some fences or something, and a fence gate to do that. But I figured that sounds kind of silly, and I'd rather have it set up in a different way. So the conclusion that I've come to, or the decision that I've made now, is kind of twofold, I guess. I've thought about two ways of doing this. One is to use an ender chest. So basically what happens is, if I come this way, basically I can say to myself, okay, I know I'm going to come here and I'm going to go through the portal, and then my way back is going to be through the ender portal. And what I can do is I can hook up an ender chest over here on this dropper. And then when the minecart gets destroyed by the lava, which I'll show you how we're going to do this with the dispenser here in a bit, I'll get the minecart back at the base, or back at the original platform, my main minecart station. The other way is I can store the minecarts here, but it will have to probably be emptied every once in a while, perhaps manually, which is kind of a pain. But I guess I can set it up that way. So there's different ways to do it. The main thing I do need to do, though, is the... Oh, that kind of hurt. Is the minecart destruction, the removal of the minecart. So what you do is you put basically a lava bucket in a dispenser. And a couple updates ago, they changed it so that if you have a lava bucket or a water bucket in a dispenser and you trigger that dispenser, oh yeah, you have to do it like that. Okay. Basically, if you trigger the dispenser, the lava source block will appear in front of it on its output face. And if you trigger it again, it will take back that lava or other materials. Whoops. 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 Uh-oh. I've made a mess. Don't need my rails. Oh, my flames still aren't. My flames aren't animated. They are changing this too, actually, in the next update. Supposedly, lava functions more like water in that it goes away faster. It doesn't do this. Because right now there isn't a source block for the lava, but it's still sticking around because it's lava and it's dumb. This has been a source of constant annoyance for me. Because it should disappear, but nope, it's just like, nah man, I'm going to stick around 5 ever. There we go. That's a little industrial accident for you. Don't try this at home, kids. So basically, the idea is to send a very quick pulse, actually a pair of pulses, to the dispenser, so that it brings out the lava source block for like a second, and then it takes it away. And what this ends up doing is basically, you have a minecart, which I don't have any. Oh yes, I have some wood, I guess. Not enough to complete this, do I? Nope. I'll just move this, since we're gonna wire this differently anyways. Basically the minecart will come down along this path, and then it'll hit this detector rail, or possibly up here. I might change where this detector rail is. And it will end up coming down here. Once it gets on this rail, the lava source block should be extended. And what will happen is, basically the minecart will hit it, the minecart will break because it ran into lava, and the dispenser will swallow it. And at the same time, the dispenser will trigger again, send the lava back into it, and then we're good to go. We don't have lava spilling out everywhere. So additionally, this kind of kicks you out of the minecart. If you set it up correctly, you don't take any damage during this process. You could do this with cactus, but you run the risk of kind of running into things. And it's not a big issue, but it's something to consider, I guess. Anyways, like I said, I think an ender chest would be the ideal way to do this. And the second reason why it's kind of ideal, and I wish we had the ender storage from Chicken Bones, his mod, is because we can send those minecarts to basically any of our dispensers, to any of our minecart dispensers, but unfortunately we can't specify what we're sending out of the hopper. The other downside here is that I don't actually have ender chests on hand, so I might have to go get one, which means hunting down some mobs. So actually, yeah, that actually sounds like a good idea. So I'll go do that. I'm going to go hunt down some mobs. In fact, we can go through our portal here. There's another thing I wanted to show you through here as well. Actually, before we do that, I want to store some stuff here that we're going to use to build this, because I don't want to carry these guys around with me everywhere I go. Store you. And I think that's pretty much, I can store that as well. I think that's pretty much, oh, I do have the birch wood to complete. Okay, I'll put the birch wood in here. And then that's pretty much it. Yeah. Alright, so we'll go in here. Oh, it's raining. Fun, fun. Now this, I might turn into a railway. I dug it out, and then I kind of thought to myself, it might even be more effective if I just made a drop down into this chamber, which I might do instead, because that does seem like an easier way to do things. Now, is it in here? No, it's not in here. That isn't cool. I was hoping my what do you call it, would be in here. Shoot, what is that thing? oh yes, my sword, my diamond sword with looting on it. I wanted to use that. So we're going to quick jump into the end, which I actually haven't even been since I defeated the Ender Dragon. Okay, no random Ender Dragon's going to pop out and kill me. Whoops. You guys didn't see that. I was probably in my creative test world, and while I'm in there, there are always about 100 million slimes. So I may have turned it to peaceful just so that I don't have to deal with the slimes. And it looks like that was the case. And of course, changing it off of peaceful has caused me severe lag. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh no, I forgot about this. No wonder my game's lagging so much. The Ender Dragon experience is still laying around down here. Okay, hold on. I'm going to try to collect this stuff with actual frames, which I can't do when I'm recording. So I got a bunch of the experience before I left. Let's check out a book. Level 30 enchantment. Efficiency 4. Not too exciting, but hey, it's something. So I'm on my way back, and this highlights the issue that I'm running into, where if I keep taking minecarts back and then I take the portal back or I kill myself, which actually will probably happen quite frequently when I go to the end, I'm going to have a bunch of minecarts stuck here, so I want to do something a little bit different with them. And so here at this point, this is where the whole lava coming up thing comes into play when you get down this ramp. But yeah, I went and collected some ender pearls and some eyes of ender so that we can do this. Create actually 2 ender chests. So, of course, any ender chest you place in the world, you can access the same items that are in here, which is kind of nice. Last I checked, you need to break this with a diamond pick, and I think it takes a little while, so efficiency is the way to go. Or not. Apparently you can't break them at all. Oh, alright then. Lesson learned. If you break an ender chest, it does not drop the Eye of Ender. It does drop the obsidian, which is nice. But case in point, you don't want to place them down until you're absolutely ready. So the question is now, do I want to use that? If I put the chest below the hopper, it will send my minecarts into there. The problem is I can't really tell it, okay, item hopper, I only want you to eject, say, minecarts that go into it. It's not going to care, really, what goes into it next. I don't think. I'm going to do some testing in creative, see what I can come up with. Well, I did some testing and I have some bad news. Unfortunately, it looks like ender chests don't interact with hoppers or droppers, and that's actually right on the wiki. Presumably the reason being these things are, in multiplayer, wouldn't really work very well with hoppers and droppers. You could take items out of someone's ender chest, and everyone can access this thing, so it's just really weird how that would end up working out. Because everyone's ender chest is different. Hooking up something like this, it doesn't really know whose ender chest it is. How does it know which inventory to go into? So as you can see, the stone brick stays in the hopper when I try to put items in, as opposed to here, where the items end up in here. We do not have items in here. So clearly I'm going to have to do something manual. I'm thinking maybe when the minecart comes along the track, have the ender chest available, and then just kind of pluck the minecarts in. Otherwise, getting items back might be a bit of a pain. I guess I could always just regulate one spot to minecarts. And that would probably work. So maybe I'll end up doing that. So let's head back to the world and get our platform set up. Alright, so I'm back here, and as you can see, I've been doing a little bit, testing out some ideas, kind of laying the groundwork for what I want to do. Basically just like I did in the other episode for the original minecart station. This arrival platform needs a little work, and I think I've got the basic idea of what I want to do, kind of the concept in mind, the goal I want to accomplish. Basically, when the cart comes down here, it's going to be destroyed by lava that'll be ejected by this dispenser over here. This guy. When that happens, it'll be picked up by the droppers and sent into a dispenser. This will be a dispenser. Do I have a dispenser? Oh, I don't have another dispenser, do I? Yeah, I do. Right there. Okay, that's good. That's what I wanted to see. Basically, oh no, I've got 3 dispensers. Basically, the dispenser will spit the minecart out at me, allow me to pick it up, and then I'll just deposit it in a chest myself, in the ender chest. And I'll have like a slot for minecarts that need to be returned. So every time I go back to my base when I want to come here, I just grab that cart. This is a little bit, of a problem. I wish I was playing Feed the Beast because I know exactly how I would do this, using item tesseracts or maybe even ender chests in that version, and pipes. But I can't do that here, unfortunately, because we don't have those mods. Does make me wish I was playing Feed the Beast, though. Anyways, I wired up this monostable circuit, and I have to change it because I want to move this detector rail one back. I keep getting damaged by the lava, and I assume it's because I'm too close. So I'm going to move the detector rail back so that it triggers earlier, so I hopefully don't get hurt anymore. So I'll rewire this, and while I'm doing that, you can see... Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Oh crap, I jumped right into it too. That was dumb of me. There we go. Okay, okay, okay. Go away, lava. Oh, the damage. Oh boy. Oh, well, there go all my repeaters. Dang it. It's burning up my track up there, too. I need another block of some sort. Dang it. This is about the 4th time this has happened. You'd think I'd learned by now, and I just keep forgetting that I have lava in the dispenser. Oh no. Okay, I think I got it all. Okay, so I may have rage quit a little bit. Not really. My headset ran out, so I took a day off. Came back to this, so it's 24 hours later. And I want to finish this up, so... Okay. The new detector rail is right up here, isn't it? It's right up here. I hope it is. It'd be kind of annoying if I put it in the wrong spot. Let's put this down, and then we'll put the minecart on top so I do know... Yeah, it's right across from the crafting bench. So this piece of redstone is powered, and that's going to deactivate this torch. So what we're going to do is basically set it up so that it kind of toggles this whole system that I have set up with a monostable circuit. So this setup right here will basically send a pulse. Even though it triggers only once, it'll send a pulse out to where we need to go, and I believe I do need to reset this. You can see how it flashes down there? So if I put this minecart down, it turns on and off really quickly, so it just sends a pulse. Even though it's getting that one signal, like it should... If I just had this wired with redstone, it would be off all the time, and if I put it on here, it would stay on permanently. In this case, it's just going to flash, and that's exactly what we want. So the next step is to create our delay, because we want to toggle it, but we want to toggle it twice. We want to send 2 pulses out to this, one to cause the lava to eject, and then another to bring the lava into the dispenser once again. And so how we do this is pretty simple. It doesn't take a whole lot of fancy wiring here. We just need 2 repeaters. The first repeater, and we need a torch, which we don't have one. I hear fire. I'm worried that it's my tracks burning down again. Doesn't look like it, so I think I'm good for now. Okay, so this goes here, and then we do this. I believe these need to be 1 tick each. I think they do. I'll have to test it again. And then we need a redstone torch, which goes here. And as you can probably hear, that was the dispenser triggering twice. So the dispenser will trigger twice now every time this goes on here. If you can hear it over the sound of gas and the portal and fire and everything else in the nether. Yep, you can hear it trigger twice. Now the question for me is, what kind of delay setting do I want on this to make sure that it's as short as possible? That's pretty short. And I'll try this. This is the shortest I can make the delay. Okay, I can't make it that short. In that case, it actually didn't fire twice, it only fired once. And that is not clearly enough for us. So, yep, that seems to be as short as I can make it. Alright, so now the moment of truth. Let's put the lava in there. Well, at least another test. I'm going to keep it sealed. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. Try it one more time. Yep. Okay. So the idea here is that if I take all of this away, it should not pour out and spill over everything. But just to make sure nothing bad happens, I'm going to dig out one behind this. So if it does start to spill, it'll spill backwards and not forward. So let's try it. That worked? Cool. So the reason I did it this way was so that I need my power rails again. Because I wanted to change how the minecart slowed down. And these hoppers keep eating my items. They get stuck in here. Basically, I need the power rail here because I want to slow down my minecart enough. Well, specifically it's an unpowered rail. So that hopefully when it comes down here, it'll slow down. Also, the detector rail being right over here was interfering with this track, and it was causing me to like go forward, kind of touch on the beginning of this track, and then it would change the track orientation and it would send it this way. And it was just causing a bunch of problems. So that's why I moved this detector rail one more towards our staircase here. So of course, the key thing here is to check and see if it actually works. So I'm going to do it unridden. Well, now we've got problems. Now it's too far away, or the delay is too short. So let's go back up here, I guess. Oop. Or not. I really should rearrange this. I'm gonna get it right one of these times. Okay, let's try it this time. Go. No, I didn't get in it. No, don't leave me. No. It was so much easier when I had that other rail down there. There we are. I was doing it so nicely before. Alright, let's get in. Almost. Not quite. It does, of course, take the minecart. That is what we want. It's just, I'm not being slowed down enough. Still not being slowed down enough. Which I can only assume has to do with how far away how far away I am. Unless... no, that's how it is. Okay. The other thing I was checking out really briefly there is to see if this powered rail was being powered when I was sending power to the dispenser, but that wasn't the case. So now the question is, how do I get this to set up correctly? I guess I could try to move this powered rail one back again. But now I'm kind of running into a problem where I don't know if I can get up this ramp fast enough. Like if I launch from over here, will I get up the rail? Oh, I do. Okay, we can do that. And try it one more time. Come on. Still no, I'm still getting burned. I'm wondering if it's because it's still on a slope. I really don't want to have to push this back if I can avoid it. I'm taking a lot of damage from that fire. Jeez. Yeah, I might be getting too much momentum going down this, that when I get to the bottom, I'm not slowing myself down enough, even when I hit this. This unpowered rail, which should slow me down quite a bit, basically bring me to a halt. If I put a powered rail, or an unpowered rail, say right here, see what I mean. If I try to go... Oh, I gotta get my minecart. In fact, do I have another one in here? No, I don't. Where the heck did my minecart go? Right? I don't have it on me. Is it actually destroying my minecart? I think it is. Definitely should not be doing that. I wonder if there's still something wrong with the configuration. Huh. That's interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. I think it ate some minecarts I had before, which unfortunately means I have to walk back if I want to get back. Well, I'm going to go get some more minecarts, I guess, and continue testing it, because there's still something very, very wrong with how this is set up, so I'll be back. So I did some testing, and it's interesting how things work out. The last time I checked this, I'm going to check it one more time just to make sure I didn't take any damage, or I took some damage, but the cart was fine. See, that's perfect. That's exactly what I want. The cart's in here. Now, what's so strange, and I really don't understand how this is happening, is that when I wire it like this, or hook it up like this, and I come up here, and then I go down, and the problem is I'm going the same number of blocks. There's the same length of track, and actually it's even further this way because I have this little bend in here that I just put in to kind of test it. I'm wondering if I maybe go one more, if that's enough. Do I have to really go this far out just to slow down enough? I already, if you can tell in here, this is where the ramp originally went up. I gutted it, and then I made it longer here so that I would have a longer flat path to go down. So I'd make sure my... You know, what did I do that for? So I'd have a longer flat path so my momentum would hopefully drop to a bare minimum. And it just doesn't seem to be working. Oh, I don't have any... I don't think I have any minecarts left either. Oh, yes I do. I have one left. It's been eating my minecarts left and right. Okay, so let's go up there. I don't even know if this will get up. Oh, just barely. I think if I put even one more track on there, I'm not going to be able to get up. Now that was cool. That was fine. Now, I can live with that if I only take the 1 damage. I wish it was like this where I didn't take any damage, but what can you do, I guess? That could work. That could be functional. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to end the episode here. This kind of took a little bit longer than I thought it would. And then the next, I'll do some stuff off camera. Hopefully have this part wired. And then we can start to talk about the whole reason we're here, setting up this nether rail, which is to get easy access to the end, which we have 1 more railway to build in there, which we'll probably get to next episode as we begin the ender grinder system, which is going to be quite the endeavor. I think I'm going to make it out of netherrack, though. I have quite a bit of it. Even just in here, I have quite a bit. So that's something to look forward to. And, yep, thanks for watching. Until next time, then.